Hey guys, Sebastian here from Walkrace Vintage. Welcome to our gallery. In today's video, we'll be showing you guys some really cool vintage gear. So what I have in my hands is a 1966 Fender Jaguar, and I love this guitar. It's really cool. So the Jag sees its origins in 1962. It was sort of a model derived of the Jazzmaster that came out in '59, and it was designed to be sort of like the flagship of the company, and it was the flagship for a while until 1967, where basically Jimi Hendrix took off and it got overshadowed by the Stratocaster. But for a while, Fender promoted this guitar as kind of like their top of the line instrument. And you can see that with that came a lot of really cool features that make this kind of a very different design compared to other models from the catalog at the time. So what you find in this guitar is two circuits. You have the bright circuit and the jazz, also known as the dark circuit. When you're in the bright circuit, which is why most people tend to like, it's pretty much your pickups going into these series of switches, which just allow you to engage each pickup on and off, and then a bass cut, which reduces some of the low end, and then right out into your volume, tone, and into your output. And then when you switch it over to the dark circuit, it changes up a little bit. This only activates the neck pickup, and it gives you only the option of volume and tone through these roller knobs right here. And what that does is that it darkens up the sound quite a bit. It's very different from the bright circuit, and most people tend to like the bright circuit, which is a tone that I don't think you can really find on a Strat or a Tele or not even a Jazzmaster. It's a very unique percussive and jangly sound, kind of like a Gretsch Filtertron sound in a way. It has like that percussive clear sound with a lot of bite. And this particular Jag, I gotta say, is one of the best ones that I have played. Normally, the experience playing a lot of these older Fender instruments is that they're just kind of hard to play, you know, especially if they have tiny frets. However, with this guitar, it's the complete opposite. You can really fly on this neck, and the neck profile is just super comfortable. It's like this slim C profile that just feels amazing. And another cool feature about this is that the neck is really nice and flamed on the back, which I think looks really cool. And one cool thing about Jaguars is that the scale length, it's also shorter, which is a 24 compared to the 25.5 that Fender normally makes for its other models. It just feels kind of different and in its own world. Oh, and another cool thing is that you have this vibrometer here with the original felt, which is super rare. Usually these just disintegrate over time. This one still has it, which is just awesome. Now, the amp that we're using, it's a Fender Princeton. This is what they call the drip edge era. So you can see you have silver face aesthetics, which is normally associated with the 70s. However, the circuitry, it's a lot closer to the blackface era from the 60s. And as you can see, it gets its name from this lining panel that goes around the grille cloth that people call the drip edge. And it's a beautiful amp. I love Princeton's and I love the silver face aesthetics. However, I like the blackface sound better. So this is kind of like a sweet spot for me. And it just sounds great. It's low in wattage. I believe it's 12 watts, so you can really crank it and get it to saturate at a volume that is not super loud, which is very useful if you want to record or play in smaller clubs. And then you have, well, a reverb tank that sounds very lush. Something about these old reverb tanks from this era. For some reason, the new Fender reissues, even though they sound great, they don't sound quite like the old ones. They just have some magic to them. And then the tremolo circuit is really nice and smooth, and it just sounds really good, especially when paired up with a guitar like this. So yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and navigate through some of these sounds. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to find out more about this gear, the links will be down below in the description. Head over to wildgracevintage.com if you want to know more about us. We have a wide assortment of vintage guitars, cars, coffee, watches, and a lot more. If you guys want to support this channel, give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And if you guys want more content like this, you can follow us on Instagram at @wildgracevintage. My name is Sebastian. Until next time.